And a first of its kind, a man with terminal heart disease gets a transplant of a genetically modified pig heart. The 57-year-old, his name is David Bennett, received the first of its kind heart transplant in Maryland. Bennett was not considered a candidate for a regular heart transplant or an artificial heart pump after a review of his medical records. Now, his surgery showed for the first time that a gene-edited animal heart can function in the human body without immediate rejection. All right, joining us now to talk about this, we got Dr. Bernard Ashby. He's a vascular cardiologist. Also joining us is Donna Cryer. She is an organ donor recipient, and she's also an advocate for organ donation. I'd like to thank you both for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you. So, in a medical first, right, doctors transplanted a pig heart. Talk to me, doctor, about how this was even possible.
Well, this is really unprecedented. The technology has existed actually for a while now, but now that it's actually been put to use is a huge medical breakthrough. So if you look at this heart here, right, this is a human heart, not the actual size. A human heart has 4 chambers, right? And the reason why we use a porcine or a pig heart is because of its very similar nature to a human heart, meaning that it's basically the same. And in fact, that's what we use in a lot of pre-medical school anatomy classes. But the real breakthrough here was the gene editing, where they were able to edit out genes that cause rejection, as well as increase size of the heart, in addition to adding genes that made it more amendable to being in a human, but also lasting at a prolonged period. So, but that was just one of many breakthroughs that were noted in this particular transplant.
I mean, it's just phenomenal. Donna, I want to go to you as a recipient, right? Can you tell us why this gentleman was ineligible for a human heart transplant? Do you know?
I have had several conversations around the circumstances. And so, um, as a transplant recipient myself for 27 years, um, seeing innovations in transplantation are always exciting and always welcome. I don't think, however, that this type of xenotransplantation, what it's called, being foreign, taking from pigs, is really the answer to the organ donation shortage. It
Why?
might have been the answer to this particular patient, and I'm happy for the Bennett family. But why? Because there are options right now. If we improve the performance of the 48 organizations around the country who are charged with procuring organs, for contacting families, families of color, families from all backgrounds, to donate. Studies have shown that we could eliminate the waiting lists for heart, liver, and lungs. And so I think we should do that before we go into these very risky areas. Exciting, certainly scientifically. I'm married to a geneticist in addition to being a transplant recipient. So I understand the excitement from the science. But as a patient and as a public health advocate, this is not the answer.
So, Donna, I want to ask you, if you were still waiting on a transplant, would you have turned this down?
It's not hypothetical. I would have turned this down because my family was, this issue was broached even in the early days of transplantation almost a quarter century ago, and we said no. We decided to risk it, to wait, to hope that I was able to be supported in the ICU. So like this family, I was very sick with just 7 days to live, but still, we said that was not the option. Um, for us, a patient came to me. The Global Liver Institute that I run hears from a lot of patients every day, and certainly in reaction to this, the patient reaction has been, this is sort of taking "we are what we eat" a little too far. Their
Mm.
hopes are living donors and for organ procurement organizations to do their jobs and approach every family so that we can have human organs, which we know have a great chance to have optimal survivorship. So my hope for every patient waiting is that they are able to find a human organ because human beings. There's already so much mistrust, particularly in Black and Brown communities, in transplantation. We don't want to cause any further mistrust or disconnection. So
Yeah.
I remember my transplant team. I was hospitalized briefly, and they asked me to go down and talk to an African American woman who they were trying to put on the list for a transplant. And when I walked through the door, her reaction was, "Oh, I didn't know they really gave them to us."
Mm,
And so
it's
with that
heartbreaking.
trust, with that misinformation corrected, she went on to a successful human transplant and a full productive life. So that's our hope with the real answers that we have today in organ donation and transplantation, and more accountability as it's working its way through the administration. Every patient who's waiting for a heart, a lung, or a liver really should have the expectation of having a human organ.
Yeah, let's bring the doctor in. Doctor, what's your response to Donna? I mean, she is a transplant recipient.
So Donna brings up a lot of excellent points, and really, transplant is kind of like ground zero for a microcosm of the problem within our healthcare system regarding disparities and inequities. And it's no more uh, transparent or known than in transplant disparities. And so, if simply being Black, regardless of your socioeconomic status, greatly diminishes your chances of getting a transplanted organ. But furthermore, we have other technologies out there to support the heart, such as left ventricular assist devices. And that, in a lot of ways, has supported patients until they're able to get a transplant or even long term. In fact, Dick Cheney got that technology until he got his transplant. But what's going on right now with transplant availability is directly related to our healthcare system systematically underserving people of color, but particularly working class and poor people of color.
Mm. Now, Donna, you mentioned that you received your transplant 20 odd years ago. I'm being told that you received a liver transplant, and now
I did.
it seems like it's your life's mission to help others secure that gift as well. Can you tell us how your organization briefly is doing just that?
I thank you for the opportunity. I was certainly blessed and blessed to give back to other patients and ensure that they have access to the type of innovation and access to care that saved my life and sustains me today. We now operate an affiliation of community organizations that are in 42 states and counting across the US, and in 4 countries, with relationships to 73 others, including a network of gastroenterologists and hepatologists in Africa. And so my vision is that the need for liver transplant is actually greatly reduced because people will be screened, diagnosed, and given the preventive care and other types of medical care that they need to avoid and reverse early liver damage. Everyone who has a liver, which is everybody except for a few of us during the moment of transplant, is at risk of some type of liver disease. And so liver health, from whatever cause, whether it's viral hepatitis or fatty liver disease or the autoimmune diseases that affected me as a child, people should be thinking about their liver health in the same way as they do their heart health or their brain health, because they're all connected.
Yeah, thank you for that. Doctor, we're going to end with you. So, what's next for this gentleman who received this pig heart? What happens next for him?
So there's so much here. I don't know where to begin. But the most acute issue is obviously recovery from the surgery. The surgery lasted several hours, I understand, and that in of itself is traumatic to the body. But beyond that, rejection, acute rejection, and chronic rejection are issues that always
So, that's still a
transplant recipients
possibility.
suffer from. So yes, it is. And they're actually using another new technology, a new immunosuppressant therapy as well to prevent any rejection of that organ. And so, uh, again, this is so new and novel that there's probably issues that I can't even anticipate, in addition to actually retroviruses and, and viruses in general that are in the environment. So what the doctors have done is a monumental breakthrough. And to Donna's point, is this going to solve the iniquities that exist within our transplant community? No. That is actually a fundamental, foundational issue within our healthcare system. And we see that all the time now, particularly in patients with kidney failure. It's very rare that you'll see someone of color offered a kidney transplant. They generally end up on dialysis. And that's something that we have to address. And so as excited as I am about this breakthrough, which could be, again, monumental for human existence, we still have to deal with the fundamental iniquities of our healthcare system.
Yeah, which Donna pointed out. Thank you both. It was a pleasure. I mean, it's a great conversation. It sounds like we still have more questions than answers at this time, but thank you for stopping by to talk with us. And Donna, best of luck with all your work. You look phenomenal. Thank you for being an inspiration. BNC Live will be right back.